Hey everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today I thought we would play with the Nars palette that came out around Christmas that everybody had to have and said it was so great. And well, it came back in stock finally on the Nars website a couple weeks ago, and I got it, and it's still in stock as of the other day when I placed the order with the summer launch that they just launched. And it's the Nars Climax palette, and it looks like this. And I tried to film this video yesterday, but the topic that we were discussing was had me a little emotional and I just couldn't save it. So we're going to start over. And so I have already played with this palette and I've already seen how the shadows wore also. So with that said, I can see what all the fuss was about while looking at the color story. Because let's get real, Nars doesn't launch a lot of this color story. It's usually like nudes and pinkies and peaches and pinks and that, that sort of stuff. So this is very different as far as that goes. To me, this is grungy, in which Nars doesn't really launch that, which I'm not complaining because I personally like Nars's launches. But let's go ahead and start and we'll talk. All right, so the first shade I'm going to go into is this one right here. And I'm just going to point out it because honestly, I'm just a consumer of makeup and I don't know how to read the back of this damn palette. I'm not even going to pretend like I do. But unless I'm picking up one of the, middle shades, I don't know what colors I'm going off of. I decided to kind of go into my NARS stuff today too, and I got out like the Laguna bronzer and the Orgasm blush. So I kind of decided to go a little bit more the NARS route because I haven't really played much with it lately. So I thought it'd give me a good excuse considering I'm doing a NARS eyeshadow palette, which I can't wait for the new one to come in. I will say they do have good shipping. Like, it's already shipped. It should be here like Saturday, I think. And today's Thursday, but it shipped yesterday, so not bad really, to be honest. So as you can see, that's kind of just a regular crease color really. But it looks, good. It blended easy. I had no issues with it. Alright, then the next shade I'm going to go into is this green matte right here. Right there. I don't know why I decided to go this color route either. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a clue, but I did. So we're just going to have to go with it now, But I think I just wanted to play with the more colorful colors to see how they did. But in the end, you don't even really see, oops, this green. So anyway, the topic I wanted to discuss yesterday, which we're going to discuss today, is being backed into a corner. When somebody backs you into a corner, in a sense, whether meaning to or not, you're just feeling it. What do you do? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? How do you handle it? And you can't really talk to the person and let them know, hey, I feel like I'm being backed into a corner type of thing. Like, that's out of the question. Because they don't see where they do anything wrong anyway. Oh, wait. I'm dropping everything. Because that's my feeling right now. Is I feel like I'm being backed into a corner. And I don't like that feeling, So therefore I want to fix that feeling. Sorry, guys. It's my alarm. But I'm really wondering, like, what you all do. How do you handle it? I'm assuming, like, your first step would probably be talk to the person. And I've done that, and it gets me nowhere. So that's out of the question. I'm just taking that green shade and running it on the lower lash line. So that's out of the question. And your next thing would probably be just go ahead and take the steps needed to, or your first step needed to feel like you're not being backed into a corner, right? But if you did that, then that person feels threatened or feels like they're, I don't know. I don't know what to do, I guess. Like, I feel like I'm being backed into a corner and I just don't know what to do. I know what I can do, because to me, it's like protect yourself. You know, you're number one, protect you. Do what's best for you. And I do understand that. And you would think that, you know, whoever, you know, that they'd be okay with that, considering it's not a bad thing, you know, whatever the step is. But I just don't know. Real life, right? It sucks. That's why I like living in my own little world. It's nice there. It's all sunshine and rainbows. For real, though. Wouldn't it be nice? Especially with the way the world's going. If we could live in our own little worlds. I know I'd enjoy it. And then it's funny because, like, people will go, you're living in your own little world. Well, you put me there, you know? It's like, that's who put you there. In your own little world. Because, like, it's better there. Who wants to be in reality that sucks? And it ain't because I make it suck, or I wouldn't have created my own little world. I'd be living in reality that I created, but I didn't create the reality. But I guess I did choose it because I'm living it. We all make our own choices, don't we? I don't know. I'm just really wondering. About life anymore and the choices we make. Oh, I ended up going into this shade right here for my outer corner, and then I lined my lash line in this one here. Sorry, guys. All right, and then I'm going to go into this beautiful, very beautiful blue right here. It's just gorgeous. Again, I'm not going to wet my brush, so there was a little bit of fallout with this shade. But if you wet your brush, you won't have any issues. Or even if you put a sticky primer down or something, glitter glue, anything like that. I find wetting your brush is the easiest way, though, to apply it. But I want you just to see how it is without that. Do you see this color, though? Oh my goodness, I can see why they love this palette. Just with this shade alone. I will say this color story really isn't up my usual color story. But at the same time, I do see where I could get a lot of use out of this palette. And the shadows are easy to work with, you know, as far as that goes. And I also can't wait for the new palette to come in because I've been playing with this palette. Because sometimes I forget about Nars. I mean, I'm not complaining about their releases because, like, I love that color story, but I have that color story. So, like, why would I keep purchasing? Well, I would keep purchasing it. It's me. But I can see why people wouldn't and why people say, you know, it's the same old story. I can see that, you know, but I do forget often, like, I forget about how the shadows perform and how the blush and the bronzers are. Like, they do got phenomenal products. But because of the repetition of it all, always being the same, people forget about it. They don't talk about it as much. Plus, a lot of people get turned off because of the sexual nature of it too, and I do understand that. I mean, it doesn't bother me none, but I can see where it does turn people off. Alright, and that's all I did using that palette. I'm just going to curl my lashes. And I'm going to use my Gucci mascara for my top lashes. It's just the sample size. I need to I purchased it a while back when it first launched, and I loved it. But my original one dried out, obviously. It's been so long ago. But I got this in a Sephora thing a while back, and I just never opened it until now. And it's reminded me how much I do like this mascara. And I need to reorder it in the bigger size. Due to the fact that I really care, or I really do like this mascara. And usually I don't care too much about mascaras because honestly they all seem to do the same thing to my lashes because I just ain't got good lashes, you know. But there's something about this one. It gets me. It understands me. No, I don't know. There is something about it though that I do like. I just don't know what it is, to be honest. But I just opened it, so it is a little wet. Alright. And then for lower lash line, we're going to use the Lancome Def and Seals. Whether I'm saying that right or not, who knows? Yeah, the Gucci's really the wet mascara right now. And I forgot about that. Okay. Now I gotta clean that mess up. Look at that. I swear it's always my luck. At some point, the mascara is gonna do something, you know? I just don't understand how I have that luck. But I do. But we'll just let that dry for a minute, and then I'll just scrape that off. Like that. And then it was never even there. Never there. If the lighting changed, I am sorry. The light from the window, trying to do the natural light, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'd rather have it than lighting in here. Artificial lighting, you know. Alright, there. This eye seems a little bit darker to me, but I think it's because I kept The blue will transfer. If you got hooded eyes, if you don't wet it, the blue is going to transfer up. It is what it is as far as that goes. But, I mean, the look itself turned out really nice, I think. Um, is this my favorite color story? No, it's not. But do I see what everybody was raving about around Christmas about the palette? Yes, I do. Because the shadows themselves are really nice. They perform very well. So I can see, and I can see where this is a lot of people's color story too. And I give Nars credit for changing it up a little bit. I can definitely see this. This is definitely to me more of a fall winter palette with the grungier colors, but some people like that all year long. So I think it's a great palette. Like I said, it is still on sale. It has sold out like 2 or 3 times now. So if you are interested, I would pick it up quick. I'm still waiting for the new one to come in. Hopefully Saturday. I don't think I have, well, I got the Natasha Denona palette coming in. But then I should go back to doing older palettes, going through my collection, clearing it out, making room. No, we're not going to make room. We're not going to make room. We're just going to clear it out so that they're not just sitting around wasting. But that's all I got for you today. Let me know down in the comments if you got this palette, if you're interested in it, or if you're purchasing the newer palette they just launched. And let me know, like, what do you do when you're backed into the corner? I'm curious. Like, I really want people's opinions on this stuff. I'm so fascinated by, like, what people do, or who's right and who's wrong, or just other people's interpretations of stuff. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care. Bye.